no joke, it's cold, and apparently it's going to get colder. Amazing. Hi, thanks for being here. Happy New Year. May it be a great one full of peace and joy and great music. Please. Yes, please. I don't want to waste any time. We have 5 singers. I have very little time with each of them, and so I'm going to dive in. I've already warned them we may not get through the whole aria. I don't know what's going to happen. That's the terrifying and exhilarating thing about a masterclass. But I might just get right in and start working with them right away. But what I love to encourage the audience to do, and especially the fellow singers and musicians here, is to make sure that this is a playground tonight and not a performance space. The idea is that we're here to learn. We're here to, ignite some ideas, to try things out, to dive into process, which for me is the real key to how you grow as an artist, is process, 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 and to keep moving through that. Even a performance can be process, because you, in my opinion, you just never arrive as an artist, as a singer, as a musician. You just never arrive. There's always something more to look for. So that's what excites me most about exploring with the singers, is say, how do we get there? What can we discover today? So to do that, they need to feel really safe. They need to feel like they maybe will not necessarily arrive at an end product, at a final perfect sound. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I know that you'll hold the space really beautifully for them as we explore and play and see what happens. So let's dive in, and we're doing it with Strauss and Julianna.
Sein wieder coeur.
was just telling a story backstage about how I suffered through a miserable masterclass. It was a awful experience with a very famous mezzo, and she just tortured me before I even phonated on a vowel. And I was like, I won't do that. That's not my kind of masterclass. And now I'm like, well, Julianna, I don't like you very much. It's way too easy for you, this piece. So whatever. No, I'm turning into like the kind of singer teacher. It's so easy for you. It's just glorious.
Thank you.
What's your other repertoire?
What I've been auditioning with is this, Una voce poco fa, Sta nell'Ircana from Alcina.
Yeah.
And the violin aria.
Spectacular. Brilliant. That's brilliant. Okay. So here's the thing. It's very easy for you. We sometimes in this aria, we kind of go to the end and it's like, ooh, is she gonna make it? We have no worry with you. Like, it's just like, oh, okay, like, let's have a cigarette already. Like, okay. Now, okay, what do I want to say? Let's go to the phrase of Musik ist, but before that, so, die Welt ist lieblich. Can we go, sogar from und nicht fürchterlich dem Mutigen. 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 Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No.
So just take a look so you see where we are, yeah? Yeah, und nicht fürchterlich, yeah.
Und nicht fürchterlich dem Mutigen. Was ist denn Musik?
Yeah. So, what's your character again?
The composer
Right. What does a composer do?
composes
Composes what?
the music.
Ah, okay, wow. Does he think he's good?
Yeah.
Does he think he's the greatest thing ever?
Yeah.
So every microtone is perfect that comes out of him,
Okay.
right? It's perfect. But he has to arrive there. He has to find it. It's on the page, right? It's like, what's the chord? Is it diminished? Is it da-da-da-da? What you can never do from now until forever on this aria is sing the melody. You have to sing the entire composition of it, because it has always been in your head, right? And now, after Cervinetta, it is in all of your body.
Okay.
All of it.
Okay.
So all of a sudden, it's melody, symphony, right? Okay, so, was ist denn, can you do that? Was ist denn Musik? Play with me. Was ist denn Musik? The chord, not the melody.
Okay.
And you have to make all the harmony change throughout your whole body.
Okay.
Can we do the same thing, just that same phrase? Do not sing the melody, sing the harmony. Okay? Yeah. What's her pitch? There we go. Okay. Do the same thing one more time. Und nicht fürchterlich dem Mutigen. That whole harmony opens up. Not dem Mutigen. No. Dem Mutigen. In your whole body.
Okay.
Same thing. Yeah? Yeah? Just, no, don't worry about the note. You've got it. Ready? And 1, 2. Okay, even on that. Und nicht fürchterlich der Jammer. You have to earn every chord change, every note change, everything. Earn it, okay? Go by going, Ready? And 1. Und nicht fürchterlich der Mutigen. Now what? Was ist denn Musik? You're on top of it.
Okay.
Musik. Can you do me a favor? On zik, can you play a couple different harmonies? You know what I mean? Just improvise. And change it as you hold the note, okay? Do you know what I mean? Try it. Okay. It's a playground. And you hold the note music and just change some harmonies under it, whatever you want. Do you hear how it's not the same note? It's the same pitch, but it changes. There's a world. Just do it, just like major, minor, just go back and forth between major and minor. Okay? Ready? And not all, just chords. Ready? And. Yeah. Do you hear how you can't stay in the same world?
Yeah.
That's the composer world. It's not the melody. It's the symphony.
Yes.
And it happens in every phrase, but especially when you go, what is music? I've been writing it my whole life. I've never asked that question. What is it? Was ist denn Musik? And all of a sudden, you're in church, right? And then you have to look for it. Musik ist eine and then you go. Okay? Yeah? Can we go back to the beginning one more time? Because the other thing, just to say this really quickly, you're singing it like you've studied it perfectly, like you know exactly what's coming next. And if there's ever a character that has no idea what's happening next, it's the composer. Because also, do you know what happens right after this?
He gets really upset and storms out.
Yeah, because they're ruining his life's work and everything, right? So he has it all figured out. And then, what? And then he screams his bloody head off, right? So you have no idea what's coming next. So right now, Julianna, don't be like a graduate student with like, jedoch, like that. You become the composer throughout your entire body, especially your lower portion, and search. Search. Your world has been turned upside down, inside out, earthquake. Everything that you knew, like you knew it, is gone. And it's a new world, and it's really terrifying and exhilarating, okay? Sing it to me. Make me understand, okay? Yeah. Yeah. Sein. Over the orchestra. Ready? And.
Sein wieder gut. Ich sehe jetzt alles mit anderen Augen.
I have to get ready for my show. Wait, you hear that?
Oh yeah, switched.
Did you hear that?
Kind of. Not enough.
It's a new world now over here. A whole new world, right? Yeah. Dein messlich.
Die Dichter unterlegen gar recht gute Worte.
What?
Recht gute.
Yeah. What? But wait.
Jedoch,
But what is it?
jedoch,
I can't find it.
jedoch,
I know it. What is it?
jedoch,
Ah!
jedoch,
What is it?
Gott freut
Keep going and.
die Welt des Lebens.
But that's not all.
Und nicht fürchterlich die Mutigkeit.
But wait, there's more. Like, what is this? What? Ask the question.
Musik
find it exactly the right. Oh, there. Shh. Okay, wait. Now you sing musique right there, and listen. You sing that harmony. Don't just sing that pitch. Listen to what you create underneath you as the greatest composer who's ever lived, who's describing music, right? Give the lead in and then go musique and feel how it changes. There you go. Is that all? What? Go down. What else? What else? What else? Say it. Listen. Find the right word. Orchestra. You had better not just sing that melody. Do you feel what it does?
Yes, uh-huh.
I know you hear it.
So,
All of a sudden, we understand the entire, like, whoa, he got it, and then it's gone in an instant. Poor adolescents. Are we at time? Oh, we're so good. Oh my God, amazing. So let's go back now.
Okay.
The other temptation is, this is Strauss and it's composer, let's just sing, 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 sing. Find those moments. The role of the composer, you're blasted out of a cannon and you blink and it's over. And so if you don't have a strategy, I'm big on strategy, guys. When you look at a score, analyze it like it's I don't know, you call it a spreadsheet or something that's graphs and numbers, I don't know. A strategy. Here's where I take the foot off the gas. Here's where I recover. Here's where I settle. Here's where I regroup. Here's where I breathe deep in case I've started to like stack, right? So there's a few moments that you can kind of ride the wave down. Okay. And if you kind of take the foot off the gas, it means more text. Okay. Yeah, was ist denn? Was ist denn? We want all that kind of searching through the German consonants. You know, just was ist denn? Jedoch, jedoch, jedoch. You can, each one of those releases can have a different flavor. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you want to try it one more time?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
The other thing, I want to try it again. And let's just play it and let's find something different. But never lose your tether to what's happening in the orchestra. Never lose your tether to what is happening underneath you. You're not an island floating in the thing, and that is going to help you. Do you guys hear how it changes the phrasing? You hear how it propels all of that? Yeah? It's very exciting. If you want, you are more than like, you have permission to breathe before musique, the last one. Ooh, because what, you also don't, I mean, you make it well, but what we can't, well, what we really want to happen, music. And so just pace yourself and just find out, like, do I have that? All of this Strauss stuff is there, it's always that, yeah. Musik ist, it's the launch, okay? So now let's come back, find those moments where you can sort of take your foot off the gas to recover and to like load up again, and see if you can't just go deeper, that this is coming from like 6 feet through the ground, because it's your very existence, right? This, okay.
Still sing?
Yeah, do what you want.
Okay.
I can be sort of terminata.
Okay,
like,
no,
what's happening? I have to get ready for my show. I gotta go.
Sein wieder gut. Ich sehe jetzt alles mit anderen Augen.
Yeah, awesome. One thing right there. So just playing with the German, I see the world with new eyes. Mit anderen Augen. Really glottal that. We give it a anderen Augen. Really chew the words. I know you're more a composer than a librettist, but you know, we want to hear the words too. Can you give it more? Sorry, you're just playing just amazing. When I do a z, I feel like quite connected to like, oh, there's my breath. Sein wieder. So really, and that helps it propel across the orchestra, which is good. Yeah. So, foom, I got it all. And. Sein wieder gut. Ich sehe jetzt alles mit anderen Augen. Die Tiefe des Daseins sind unermesslich. Mein lieber Freund, es gibt Wortes auf der Welt, das lässt sich nicht sagen. Feel all those pauses. Yeah, feel all the bar line go all, and make sure there's that launch from that. Okay, die Dichter right there. Die Dichter unterlegen ja recht gute Worte, recht gute. Jedoch. No, that's not it. Jedoch. No. Jedoch. Wait, I know it. And sorry, that thing too. Mut, great word. Mut ist where?
In mir.
Mut ist in mir. Mut, Freund. Yeah, right there. We're at time. Thank you. Go ahead. Mut ist in mir. Mut, Freund. Good, yeah.
Roméo and Juliette by Gounod.
We would love it too.
Quel frisson pour me
Yeah. Oh, wow, brava. I mean, that is not easy. This is not an easy one, right? For a lot of reasons, actually. you've been working on this for a while?
Yes.
Yeah, I can feel like it's really in you. You've thought about it a lot.
Yes.
The presentation, the character, all of that. Is this an audition aria for you?
It is. Yes.
Do you start with it?
I start with it.
Ah, and what do they ask for then?
They usually ask for Mozart.
For what?
Mozart.
Oh.
Either Mozart or like a sort of like cabaret Kurt Weill thing or something like that.
Yeah.
Just total.
Yeah.
Something calm.
Oh, I love it. I'd love to hear you sing Mozart too. Okay, so vocally, I mean, this is a really tricky aria vocally, and it feels like you're really conquering a lot of the challenges in this beautifully. Yeah? No, it feels like, and it feels secure. It feels like you have a really good handle on it. I'd also like to hear you sing that. No, I'm just kidding. So now, next level, right? For me, it's the language.
Got it. Yep.
For me, it's the raffiné. It's the execution, the elevation of the language. And for you to show us more an arc.
Great.
Because a little bit when you come back to the repetition, I feel like we've already been at that level already.
And then it's very hard to be like, oh, what's past the top level of...
You feel that?
Yeah, it feels like I have to yell more, which is not good.
We don't want that.
No.
So, could you search more?
Yes.
Could you search more?
Yes.
Because obviously, this is a life and death situation. Obviously, this is like the most moment. You feel very solid. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
And see, now I'm checking myself because I have an idea of what Juliette should be like. She should be a little bit more fragile, right? That's wrong, not necessarily, but that's like an old stereotype for me, right? You came out so strong and secure. My first thought was like, oh, but maybe she should be a bit more fragile. And I'm like, well, why, actually? You made me question that, which is a great thing. But I think that solidity it comes across as you're sure of what's going to happen.
Right.
And I think there could be a lot more uncertainty in the beginning of this.
Yes.
Or very even hidden. Even if you're acting brave, there still has to be this trembling.
Yes.
Otherwise, you don't have that middle section, I think.
Right, right.
And then you need that last repetition to get yourself over, to actually drink, to get yourself over that thing. You can't already be there at the start.
Right.
And I think marrying these two objectives is going to help, the language.
Yeah.
So for the beginning, this is a French thing, right? Dieu, quel frisson court dans mes veines. Versus Dieu, quel frisson court dans mes veines, you know, right? It's a little bit Italian, right? So in the very first, Dieu, even like a little bit of a wet D, like those French will do.
Yeah.
Dieu, Dieu, and even more less solid. Dieu, right? And it's also just a recit. And then quel frisson court dans mes veines. Really, French is so hard. And you can be perfect, and the French will say, oui, 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 c'est juste, mais c'est pas français. Thank you. So one of the things that helps it be a bit more français is the closed vowels are really closed and the open are really open and clear. So Dieu, quel frisson court dans mes veines. Veine. Yeah?
Okay.
Let's see, and just take this slow. Don't take it a little bit out of rhythm, like pretend that you know it so well, and just see what it looks like to really search through the words.
Okay.
And that Dieu, Dieu, it's more of it's an exclamation, it's a question, it's life and death, it's pain, it's fear, it's all that. Yeah? It's not, you don't know it's coming out until it comes out. Now let it surprise you more. Dieu.
Okay, great.
Dieu. Quel, and that L. Quel frisson. Quel frisson. No. Quel frisson court de mes veines. Or whatever, I don't know. Yeah?
Yes.
Dieu.
Quel frisson.
Quel frisson.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah. And can you make it, sorry, you're so lovely. Can it be much more Dieu? Dieu. So wetter, more air.
Okay.
You have plenty of time to sing all of that going on. But this is more, Dieu, mon Dieu, mon Dieu. Like, right? And Dieu. It's that. Yeah? Yeah, just say that for me. Quel frisson court dans mes veines.
Quel frisson court dans mes veines.
Now legato. Quel frisson court dans mes veines.
Quel frisson.
Legato.
Quel frisson court dans mes veines.
Okay, legato. So that means the air and everything is moving through the consonants too. Quel frisson court dans mes veines.
Quel frisson court dans mes veines.
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 Yeah, now we're getting in that French world. Okay? It is a really tricky thing. It's like it's one gesture with the clearest consonants you've ever used put on top of it. It is hard. So if it gets too articulated like Italian, it doesn't sound French. If it gets too much, it's not clear. So legato and the consonants are constantly just dropping in along that line. Quel frisson court dans mes veines. Legato. Quel
frisson court dans mes veines.
More legato, more air. Quel frisson court dans mes veines. Now, like you're an actress.
Quel frisson court dans mes veines.
Quel frisson court dans mes veines.
Quel frisson court dans mes veines.
Yeah, keep playing it with like that. Now let's sing it. And. Do you feel how it's not legato? You're not singing through quel frisson. Quel frisson court dans mes veines. So also, beautiful. See, I could work all night long on one line of recit. I just could. Dieu! What is quel frisson? What does this mean?
When a chill runs through my blood.
Yeah. My veins are ice. I'm shivering. Dieu! Quel frisson court dans mes veines. Romeo, where am I? What's going to happen? Quel frisson court dans mes veines. I'm an opera singer auditioning for my next thing. Please hire me. No, yeah. Juliette. Okay? Feel it. Okay, and more whispered, more legato, more whispered.
Okay. Yeah, so tough about it.
Good luck with that one. Okay. So a little bit more like air in your sound.
Sure.
Quel frisson court dans mes veines. You're 16. Yeah, 15, whatever. Yeah. So really almost not Sprechstimme, but like off the voice, more air in it.
Sure, okay.
Show us that. But just see what it feels like.
Okay, great.
What? Now.
Quel frisson court dans mes veines.
Okay, Great. Now, can you do that whole phrase as a decrescendo? So, quel frisson court dans mes veines. See what that feels like.
Okay.
Dieu, quel frisson court dans mes veines. Now, fantastic. Let's see what happens if you do it pianissimo. Dieu. On that intake, quel frisson court dans mes veines. The air is still going in that way.
Okay.
Bad vocal technique. This is just for fun, but just see what it feels like.
Okay.
Yeah? And no sound, just consonants. But legato. Yeah, and more shivering, so move through it a little bit faster.
Okay. Just on that, or just.
Let's do Dieu. I love it because it's like, oh my God, I can hardly breathe. Sorry. And go. No, just kidding. No, but it's too solid.
Okay.
Just quel frisson, go quel frisson court dans mes veines. Do you guys hear that? Oh, really? It's carrying. Oh.
Cool. Yeah.
But do you feel that immediately when you did you guys hear that color? Quit being opera singers. Like, okay. Quel frisson court. No. You give us beautiful sound on the Dieu. You're going to sing for 7 more minutes.
Quel frisson court dans mes veines.
And even then, you can see your breath in the tomb, right? You're all alone. It's dark. You're about to try and drink this poison. It's not solid.
No.
Yeah? See how far you can go on the breath.
Okay.
Hardly making any sound, but giving more consonants, legato.
Okay.
Welcome to the never-ending world of opera singing. Play with it. See how far you can go.
Yeah.
Thank you. What?
Quel frisson court dans mes veines.
But then you go, veine.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, this is, I love you, and you're very brave, and this is awesome work, and this is process, detail, amazing. What I feel from you, this is just take this and think about it when you go home, and just for the next couple weeks and go, is that true? Because I'm not sure it's true, but play with it. It feels a little bit like you're such a good student, and you've studied this and you've performed it so well, and you know exactly how to do it perfectly, and you really manage it, and it's so in you that it's a little hard to let go.
Sure.
Not a bad quality. That's not a bad quality, because it gives you confidence. You stand up here, you know how to deliver something solid, great, fantastic. But if you only can do it in one way, one dynamic, one tempo, one beat, you lose a lot of choice in the moment. You lose a lot of freedom. You also get stuck if a conductor's trying to get you to try something else, or a director says, actually, you should be, I don't know. So I think you have to find this for yourself, all of you guys, to find a way to prepare it where you feel ready, especially if it's your first audition aria, that you know you can count on it, but never get to the solid, rigid point of it can only be that way. You know what I mean? Because as we're working, you're trying, but I feel it's always the same tempo, it's always kind of the same phrase, because you've learned it so well and it's so clear in your brain. Good quality, but at some point also you're gonna want more flexibility. Okay? So now can you just not be a singer and not think and not worry, and just see if you can't go really far and go, Quel frisson court dans mes veines. Try something way not written there. It's a recit, you can do what you want.
Okay, great.
Okay? See what it feels to not be in control for a second.
Cool.
Because I don't recognize myself in that at all, right? Did you feel that?
Yes.
Did you feel that?
Very free. It's very scary, but very free.
It was very scary, but very free.
Yes.
Which is the one that makes us go, oh, Juliette? Which one? Like, no contest. I would like to repeat something that I repeat quite often from a professor of voice whose name is Stephen Smith, is now, when you come back and do this, do not repeat what you just did. Start the process from scratch each time. The minute you try and replicate, oh, that worked, I'm going to do that, you're stuck. You're stuck. So as you play with this, and it's wonderful, yes, prepare and be solid and get it in there, but especially in recitative, anytime you're doing Mozart, Rossini, change the tempo, change the dynamic, change the phrasing so that you're always flexible, because she's a complex character. And if it's too solid, somehow it's not vulnerable. And this is a very vulnerable moment. So take that, go to town with it. You're very smart and capable and amazing. And that's next level, what you just did.
Cool.
Frightening and exhilarating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
That was very brave. I love that you guys felt that right away, like undeniable. Yes! Verdi, let's do it. Verdi.
Hello everyone, my name is Matthew Sink, and today I will be performing La Paterna Mano from Verdi's Macbeth. Oh, figli miei, da quel tiranno tutti uccisi voi foste, e insiem con voi la madre sventurata. Fra gli arti di quel tigre io lasciai la madre i colui le braccia del tuo perdono
This is so beautiful. It's just, I mean, like Verdi, right? It's so simple on the page, and then it just, I don't know, it feels like all of humanity has arrived in like simple chords. There's some really key harmonic moments, exactly like in the Strauss, that I think you can play with. Did you tune into working with Julianna about, yeah. There's some moments that, don't quote me on this, because I've not thought this through, because I'm a real believer in singing the harmony, but sometimes the melody is pretty enough. But I think if you can add that major to minor, that crunchy, that pull, the dissonance, and go into the body of this note, not just the melody, I think it's going to enrichen it a little bit. We have another recitative. I'm very excited. Yeah, let's start with that, because I want to talk about rhythm. And again, like, I'm not a Verdian expert, so I'll share with you some ideas, and then you think about it and think about what you feel. But can we go start it one more time? Sure. Just start on the recit.
O figli, o figli miei.
Awesome. Now, it's a recitative, so you have some liberty. But when a composer has made a really deliberate delineation between a phrase that is repeated, I take that pretty seriously. I mean, I take it as like a strong suggestion. So, 8th note, O figli, and the next one is, O figli miei. So he gives you this lovely opening fi to establish your voice, to get going. I mean, thank you, we love it. We love to hear your sound, it's beautiful. If you go, O figli miei, it means nothing. You're giving a sound, beautiful sound. If you go, O figli miei. But do you understand the difference? Uh-huh. Because if sometimes it's, as opera singers, we just get into like sound, which is great. Also, you guys are still in the sound building world, right? Of course, great. But this is something that all of a sudden a character, a father, is on stage. Oh, my son of mine, what have I done? You know? So let's just let that opening, 16th note, O figli miei. And the miei, super open, is what will break our hearts. Okay. Let's see what that feels like.
O figli, o figli miei.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. You can do this many different ways. O figli miei, o figli miei. Play with it, but don't make it regular. Okay. Like, the same. Right. It has to have emotion fused to that right away. Sure. When you do your eval, your tongue is really high, great. Can you just add some depth to it? Just sense that it's not just fee, but fee, that it's going in two directions. Sure. Just on that first one. And oh, fee. Get it? I'm sorry, I'm totally giving you the wrong pitches. But get that in there too, okay? Yeah.
Oh, figli, oh, figli miei, a quel tiranno tutti uccisi, voi foste.
Yeah, so this now becomes one sentence. If you stop where each time there's a rest, we get like 4 chunks there, yeah? So, oh figlio, beautiful, oh figli miei. And you heard them react? You guys felt it. Now a father is on the stage, not a tenor. Okay? When you sing it like that, a father has arrived, right? Then, da quel tiranno tutti uccisi vo foste. That's one thought. So don't get too hung. And the same thing is going to happen. E insieme con voi la madre sventurata. Ah, fra gli artigli di quel tigre io lasciai là. And then here, what I would love, you took a lot of time on the la. It's an accent, but it's not a fermata or tenuto, right? And if you give too much on that, we lose the really delicious plunge onto that sea of fili. You know, we'll get there. But just try and connect these a little bit more. Okay. You've established beautiful sound on the first phrase. Now give us text. Okay. Da quel tiranno tutti uccisi vo foste. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Deep.
Oh, figli miei, da quel tiranno tutti uccisi voi foste.
Do me a favor, and just don't sing that rest, but sing it exactly in rhythm and see what that feels like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just from the beginning.
Da tutti.
Okay.
Exactly in rhythm.
Okay. Da quel tiranno tutti uccisi voi foste.
Tutti uccisi voi foste. Do you feel the energy of that?
Yeah.
Tutti uccisi da foste. That sounds very virile. And it sounds like you're ready to take up arms. If you go tutti uccisi vo foste, it's singing.
Right.
If you go tutti uccisi voi foste, it's we feel your You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and just get rid of that rest right there. It's an articulation for da quel tiranno tutti uccisi.
Okay.
Not really, yeah?
Right.
Let's try that.
Okay.
Just from da tutti, da quel tiranno.
Da quel tiranno tutti uccisi voi foste. Insieme con voi.
Insieme con voi. Quarter note.
Insieme con voi.
Okay, listen to the difference. Insieme con voi. Insieme con voi. Revenge, right? Accusation. Just playing. I'm not saying you have to do this exactly in rhythm, but know that like those rhythms can really delineate and define a character. Okay? Try the word the insieme.
Insieme con voi.
Yeah, and now triple that V.
Insieme con voi. La madre sventurata.
La madre sventurata.
La madre sventurata.
Yeah, sharper. Ready?
Yeah.
Sharper.
La madre sventurata.
Yeah, all of a sudden now, like, we believe that you're ready to just, you're distraught, you're at the end. Now, when you're doing this kind of work, especially in recitatives, then go back and just say it in rhythm, because it's also easy to start giving a lot of voice and start to like over singing kind of everything.
Yeah.
So that's a part of the process of getting it in your voice in a healthy way too. So speak the rhythm for me.
Okay.
Really on the breath, but just speak it from Ophélie, as if you are Laurence Olivier, or, do you know him? Oh, who's the guy? Oh, I see him. Dark hair, curly, and he's a great Hamlet. He's young. He's.
Cumberbatch?
Oh, yeah, okay, let's do Benedict Cumberbatch. Sorry. Yeah, you know, I mean, actor, really. Ophélie miei. Sort of in rhythm, but speaking it, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. No, you're good.
O figli miei, da quel tiranno tutti uccisi voi foste, e insiem con voi la madre sventurata.
Yeah, now do it completely fridenti under here, as if it's really here. Ophélie miei. Like that.
O
Yeah,
figli miei, da quel tiranno tutti uccisi voi foste, e insiem con voi la madre sventurata.
Great way to prepare your recitatives. Because I guarantee you now when you sing it, that's going to be in there. You know what I mean? And it's not costing you anything you hear. You're not trying to find it vocally at the same time. Make sense?
Uh-huh.
How's that feel?
Great.
It's yeah. Okay, can we go on?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Io lasciai la madre, and when you hit figli, and you have to arch up to that E flat and the D flat, oh, just really enjoy that, the pain of that.
Okay.
Don't sing the notes, sing the pain. All right, afra.
Afrai arti di quel tigre, io lasciai la madre figli.
Awesome, yeah, okay. Now, there's no decrescendo written on the high A flat, which is gorgeous and amazing, but it's just an accent, and it's just the. The mother and son. And we have lots of other gorgeous high notes coming up. So when you're a really fabulous tenor, hold some of it back, because that's awesome. I don't have to give you everything right now. I don't have to show you every A flat boom. I'm going to give you Macbeth.
Okay.
I'm going to give you pain and all that. So, for example, io lasciai la madre figli. If you don't go to town on that the, you can break our hearts on the figli. Okay? Be from fragli, let's try that. And this is descriptive, right? Don't give it the same weight as everything else, because also with recits you want to kind of pace it. Fra gli artigli di quel tigre here. Io. So don't show us everything. Kind of get through that phrase so that we arrive to that heartbreak at the end.
Sure.
Okay. Would you give us the measure before? Thank you.
Avrai arti di quel tigre.
Now, that puts you in a different category. Do you know why?
It's more expressive.
Mm-hmm. And it's easy. And the hard part, you go for the emotion to break the heart. I don't know anything about the tenor voice, so like, I know it's hard, but isn't there like a voix mixte thing? Isn't there a Domingo thing where he go, it's like a ooey thing or something like that?
I can try.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah? I did the operalia in 1998, yes, back in the old decade, the other century. And I got second place with Domingo, and he said, oh, we should do that Adalgisa duet from Norma. What's the tenor? Yeah, wow, thank you. And I was like, okay. And I was like, what? I'd never sung it. And I was like, oh, this is really hard. And we are like blazing through rehearsals. And he's like, oh, we have to run the duet. I was like, okay, Placido, okay, whatever. And there's this part that goes, Adalgisa. And the whole thing of Adalgisa is like, no, I can't possibly. I can't. And so he goes, Adalgisa. And I went, yeah. Like, he was like, my knees went like, oh. And it was extraordinary. And this, I don't know how to, you can take it to your teacher. It's like this kind of voix mixed thing. Now, it's a beautiful sound. It's a great thing to demonstrate, like I have this in my arsenal as well. But we've gone, oh figli miei, to la madre e figlio, my boy, my son. And so, yes, it's a vocal, it could be like a little tricky if it's not sincere. You're a very sincere guy, I can see that. So it's not like, I don't mean it as a trick, but it's a beautiful vocal color to show another depth of how much you love your son. Do you guys see how I'm always looking at stuff to say, how does that feed the character? You know, okay, come scritto, quarter note, 16th note. But you can almost always find a way to know why that makes the character richer. Can we try that? Okay, and so just play with a sound there that is kind of fun. Okay. Would you give us that measure? And listen to the heartbreak here, the reach of, I need to find you, and I can't. The tragedy in that one measure. Okay, sorry. Can that be less than all guns blazing? Yeah. So that we have somewhere to go? Just play with a different color. That color. Go down. And do you feel the payoff of not giving everything on the start of that phrase? You guys feel that? We need this in a recital and an aria. We need that. And your voice, it's just also, don't ask it to be full guns all the time. There's a pressure, I think, to demonstrate that we have the sound or something. It never pays off. Because then all of a sudden when you do unleash it, we're like, we're ready, we're grateful. If you give it to us all the way at the beginning, we lose interest. We've heard the sound and there's nothing else there. I urge you to really look at the dotted rhythms going forward. Keep it really sharp. Alla paterna mano. Imagine that you're singing this with muti and learn it really clean Really scholastically learn it. Don't put all the tradition in right away. Keep it super disciplined and clean. And then as you go along and you make it, it'll loosen up. But if you start too much in the loose end, it stops being crisp and Verdi. Sure. So have a little more discipline as you look. Look at all these pianissimo markings. Super piano, the orchestra's doing nothing. So as a strategy, looking at your spreadsheet here, find out where you want to give the full voice and where you can take the foot off the gas a bit for an emotional reason, to go deeper into the searching of how to get out of this, how, the anger, the loss, the pain, the love, all of that. Okay. So it has a lot more levels. Sure. But exactly in that recitative is your roadmap, okay. Like that. So you feel it?
Oh yeah, I do. Uh-huh.
We hear it. We feel it. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Really good. Thank you. Very special. You look gorgeous. Okay, that's funny.
Hello, my name is Giada Barney, and today I will be singing a mon coeur s'ouvre ta voix from Saint-Saëns, Samson, and Dalila.
Thank
Okay. Yes. Yes, honey. Okay. Sorry. This is so lush and wonderful to hear in your voice. I want to know, like, where you are on your journey and why you sing. Please.
So I am first year's master's student. I'm kind of straight out of undergrad, but I went and served a mission for my church for a year and a half, so I was gone for a little bit. And my senior year, I had a daughter, and I'm actually pregnant right now. I always wanted to have a family and also do this career, and so that's what I'm doing. And so that's my journey right now. I'm looking forward to auditioning for lots of things in kind of next fall.
Yeah.
In my second year of master's. Haven't done a ton of auditioning yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But you have this whole life experience that is, that is really rich and beautiful. What do you love about singing?
About singing.
Please tell me that you love your voice.
It's been a journey.
Okay. Yeah.
But yes, I feel much more comfortable loving it now. As far as like why I sing?
Well, no, actually, I just wanted to, if we had more time, I would love to hear that. But the truth is, I wanted to know if you love your voice, which is a very terribly private question to ask, like a ridiculously private question. So you don't have to answer it, but I'm curious.
That's hard for me to answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's pretend you love it. You're going to stand here, and you're going to stand here. You're going to lean against that. Okay? And Samson is that, and you're going to make him come to you with your voice.
Okay.
Just the voice. Just the voice. Voice. Breath. Send it to him. Sorry, so, yeah, suka right there. Don't go out. Go blah and. Oh, down and up. Ready? And. Okay, let. You're in no hurry. Shh, don't worry, she's going to be with you. And. Samson, bring him to you. Shh. Legato. Legato. Love your voice. Close your eyes. Just the voice. Go, 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 go. Breath and down. Bring him to you on the sound. Bring him to you. Bring him to you. Bring him here. In your feet. Low. Yeah. Do you feel that connection?
Yeah.
Yeah? It just starts to be this one long, it's one gesture,
Yeah.
this piece. It's that. It's not. You know, going out and reaching. It is all about sinking in, bringing it to you with your voice, which is so beautiful and just gorgeous, and it just opens. Do you feel that when you going up, you're getting it from that, the stretch that way?
Yeah.
It's, you feel the connection of that, which is great. I want you to, just as you sing this, completely celebrate the beauty of the timbre of your sound, okay? Then, that having been said, we have to add the French to it. You have to get rid of a lot of N's, okay? Prendre and dan. Come look at this with me.
Okay.
So there's a couple things I should have said, but bien, parle encore, encore, encore. So a lot of the N's that are sneaking in, that are just there for nasal reasons. Ma tendresse, sometimes that creeps in versus tendresse. Very hard, okay? And again, the same thing as the earlier in the Juliette. When it's closed, it's really closed, and when it's open, it's heartbreakingly open, the vowels. So just take a look on, you know, as you do your IPA and all that, just to really make sure it's clear in your head and that it's really organized that way. Then, this legato that you have is so beautiful, but if we get it gets that, we lose the seduction of Dalila. We need the seduction. Comme s'ouvre les fleurs. So really pay a lot of attention to the words as you continue to work on this.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's also, it's that the text and the precision and the beauty of those consonants on this amazing train of breath. So they have to go in quickly and clearly. They can't stop the legato. But then it becomes, Dalila becomes in complete command, which she is. I want to do one other vocal thing with you, and not singing full voice. Where, like for example, I have page like 970 here, the un poco lento. Which is just the most delicious thing ever written. I want you to really be sure of where the chromatics are.
Okay.
Chromatics are the greatest thing ever, aside from recitatives. But they gotta be in the pocket. You know what I mean? So let's just vocalize it on, what's your favorite vowel?
It depends on the day. But
Today!
Let's try an E.
Great. But like a hooty beautiful, not full-voiced E.
Okay.
I just want to find the chromatics for, do you know where we are in the A? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's stop on each one. Do you like ooh at all?
Let's do ooh.
Can you do like a ooh, like a really like boy soprano-y, just to get the pitch? Okay, so it's not about singing, it's just to find it. Yeah, whatever is hooty and up here for you. Okay, now let's go up. Let's try and get in there, up and down. You can start on the top, that's okay. Easy. Do you hear how you're a little sharp? You're a little on the top edge of it. So here's what I love too about singing. You have a note, right? And you can be on the top part of it, you can be on the bottom part of it. You're still in tune, but you're not in the center. Also works for rhythm, by the way. A quarter note, there's a lot of space in that quarter note. Take it to your teacher. Okay. I love that. I mean, don't ever sing straight quarter note and like eighth notes and whatever, just express. There's a lot of real estate in a quarter note. Find where the heartbeat of each one of those chromatics are, okay?
Okay.
Take your time, not in rhythm or anything, and maybe playing the bass is really helpful. Easy. Yeah, and there's a whole universe, galaxy in each one of those. Make you wait for it, Samson. I mean, to my ear, there's a little bit of a threat even. So you find the character of that. And then all of a sudden, she's not anybody he can mess with. He goes, I'm yours. If you go, like pitches, it means nothing. That was not good, but you know what I mean? That's why you have to really work. Okay, can we do it one more time? And find the galaxy, the universe, and then the brightest star in that universe with each one of those pitches. Great, now can you slide into it? Slide the slidiest slide you've ever made to find it. And yeah. Now go back up and see where you find the center of each one of those. Yeah. Do you feel how much world and emotion and everything there is in that?
Yeah.
And that is, for me, that shows the dominance in this aria. Because we all kind of know, ba, ba, da, da, and it never quite always really feels like in tune. And so spend the next 6 months playing with that and then let it go.
Yeah.
And wherever it lands on that day, it lands. But this is a surgery moment for me. I would dissect this surgically and then let it go, so we don't end up in a rigid, solid, inflexible place. But that's a surgery place for me. And then the next one. You could go, but you go, that's like, just wait until I kiss you. Like amazing. Do that one. See what that one. Find the universe in each one of those. Easy. And also, it's not the same F. Oh, the same pitch, but an entirely different world. Do this one again. So good. Breathe. I mean, right? There's so much in there, and you're in total dominating control of that phrase. And he's just like, what, Dalila? You're like, hold on. I want to sing a little more because I love my voice so much. They're all just half steps, but some feel this far away, some feel that far away, some feel like you get into it like that, and others you go, hmm. So play with that whole world of the chromatic. Yeah. Take all the ends out of your French. And the other last thing, really fast, because I know we're out of time, there's a beautiful French way of syntaxing. That's a new word. And it's, oh God, okay. Is this, don't quote me, because I don't know what I'm talking about entirely. It's one of the accents in French, and it's an accent bleu. I can't remember, sorry. I'm still like on Christmas vacation. But it's where you slightly anticipate the first syllable of a word. So, mon cœur s'ouvre à ta voix, comme s'ouvrent les fleurs. You're always slightly ahead. What is that accent? Voilà, c'est ça. C'est ça. So it's not mon cœur s'ouvre à ta voix. Mon cœur s'ouvre à ta voix. Da yaba yaba bia, da visa da biada. It's like you're always just on the front edge of those words, so that it's never just quite exactly on the beat. The other things I heard, I think it was my undergrad actually, that in French music, the long notes are faster and the short notes are slower. It's kind of a fun way to play with the language of it. All this real estate in here, it's never exactly in the center of the downbeat. Yeah. Okay? That's just to play with. Listen to some of the great French ones and you'll hear how they play with the placement of the words. This is so beautiful to hear you sing this. And I want to make sure the more you enjoy it, enjoy every element of your voice in this piece, the bigger the seduction, the more inevitable it is. For Samson and for the audience. Yeah? Yeah? And just have that sensation on the back wall of mon cœur s'ouvre à ta voix. I know what's going to happen. The minute you go to him, we lose Dalila. Okay. Réponds, Samson, réponds à moi. Réponds. Réponds à moi. You know where you know. Okay? Beautiful. Thank you. Beautiful. Congratulations. Okay, talk to me about your Alcina.
Oh, man.
I mean, how much time do we have?
Right, so
yeah.
basically, for those who are unfamiliar with the opera,
She is a sorceress and lives on an island, and her favorite pastimes include taking on lovers, and when she gets tired of them, she turns them into animals or inanimate objects.
As you do.
No. At this point in the opera, she has recently realized that she's actually in love genuinely for the first time, and that her lover, Ruggiero, is actually deceiving her. So basically in this aria, she calls on the spirits that help her with her magic to help her kind of seek him out and get revenge on him, but her magic is not working because it relies on like illusion, and she's actually in love, so there's no act to kind of keep her in control anymore. She's
Also in this curse of youthful beauty, but she's actually quite old.
Yes.
So she has been around the block, and this does not happen to her. Have you looked at the whole role?
Yeah.
Have you sung the whole role?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's good and bad.
Yeah.
Because this is really one of the hard, it's so hard. And in my opinion, again, I tell you just sort of my thinking about this, and then you do what you want. This is a very different kind of coloratura in here. And I don't know that I have a term for it, but I would sort of call it a suspended coloratura. Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
This doesn't happen to me. What? Where am I? It's like the start of COVID, the start of lockdown. Right?
Yeah.
Okay? It's not showy. It's not Morgana.
Yeah.
It's not one of these other ones. It's you cannot comprehend what's happening. It's not an option that you're not in control, right?
Yeah.
And you sort of start very knowing at the start of this aria. And I would challenge you to be a bit more like, what is happening?
Yeah. Okay.
If you know everything at the start, it's hard to sustain it over the length of this aria, right? And I think you can have a lot of fun with the way you sing the coloratura. How do you rehearse it? How do you prepare the these, well, then it's not really coloratura, but these long melismas.
That's a great question. I mean, I think this was really difficult for me to learn. It's probably the most difficult thing I've ever had to learn it, so it took a lot of...
Probably only for you. It's so easy. That it is, I mean, it is. If you can master this, it's like, or Bach, it's kind of, that's what
right.
it is.
And so I think I approached it from kind of breaking everything down into chunks, and so I'll rehearse specific sections that I know trip me up, like vocally or like in my ear, kind of. So I'll kind of chunk it out a little bit. Sometimes I will reverse stuff if it's really giving me issues.
Love
or
it.
Like a syllable on every single note. So,
Yeah, love it. Scat it.
Yeah.
Do you change the rhythm?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this kind of thing to just
Yeah.
change the rhythms and all that. I would say you're at like a 90% on accuracy. And then I can always hear in a couple places there's a gear shift.
Mm-hmm.
Work it out. Because when there's a gear shift, we lose the suspension and we lose Alcina, and we hear the singer. So when you're doing this kind of stuff, which is, we're talking like tiny stuff here, because your mastery of this already is very high. But the problem is when you have mastery of something and there's a glitch, we hear it more than we would if you were struggling.
Right.
And the beautiful thing of when that happens is like, that's the problem spot. I'm gonna still workshop that.
Yeah.
Because if you can get it seamless and in such control rhythmically that we don't know where it's going, but we can't get off the ride with you, then we're in Alcina land.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know where those spots are. I don't have to, work on it with you. What I love is if it does have this sensation as if it's one note, until the end, you know. So just keep, you have a sensation already. I just think this is a piece you'll never stop working. And you'll do it, and you'll do a show, and that will be the section that you're going over in your head the night before, because it's that hard. Can we just start it one more time, just from like this sort of, try it in a different tactic of like, excuse me?
Okay.
You work for me, shadows. The hell is going on? And how can I love him? What is that feeling? I don't love, but they love me. So the whole first section has to be discovery. There's no knowledge in the first section. It's why you keep saying perché, why, what is going on, what's happening. So it just, okay, let's just see what that feels like. You know nothing. Okay, let's try that. Great, and you can also tell me how you feel about those pallide ombre that are defiant and not listening. If you go, ombre pallide, ombre pallide.
Okay. Yeah.
Obey me.
Okay.
This thing isn't working, you know? So disdain, not every time. Find a different color for each one of those pallide. That should be a really dark, shadowy ombre if you can. And to get it darker, go more in each opposite direction.
Yeah.
Oh, lots of space, you know. Ombre pallide. You can triple that P and triple the L's. Okay? And it comes from the depths of the center of the earth. It doesn't go, it's ombre pallide from there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What? You know? Good. Now, again, this feels, look at the dynamic.
Okay.
You know, who knows?
Yeah.
It's an addition, you know, who knows? It's pianissimo, okay? And remind me what ombre means?
Shadows.
Can you play with finding something that is much more ethereal, earthy, dark, off, not quite off the voice, you know what I mean? But just play with some sound and see if you can't go into this more world of, you know, you've been in your cauldron, right?
Right.
And you're like, okay, I've put the spell and now it's going to work, and it's not working.
Yeah.
It's going e vigilate, sorde da me, perché?
Yeah.
Right? Versus, you know, the whole time super solid.
Okay.
It's beautiful. And I don't want you to compromise your vocal thing as well, but it is pianissimo.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see what shadowy, ombre, dark goes. This beginning was beautiful, but it wasn't connected to what she did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, can you give us a little bit? Connect to that, let it emerge from what she gives you.
Perché
How dare you?
Ombre, pallide, lo somorite, e non errate, e vigilate.
Now, oh, sorry, no, so now it opens. But do you feel when you go into this something, it's all of a sudden, because you're varying the dynamic more, we get the sense that there's more searching happening.
Yeah.
There's more discovery. And it's also, sometimes you can go to them, but this is uncharted territory, so maybe you start to become afraid of them as well. That can also be a color of, wait, you're supposed to be on my side, where are you?
Yeah.
This kind of thing. So I just think finding these different colors, it's going to bring more dimension to the aria, you know? And when it goes, part of what I like to think about with Handel as well, it's like finger painting. When it goes up, the gesture is that, and when it comes down, the gesture is like that. So, sorde da me, perché. So you almost are kind of following the gesture of the vocal line, you know? 2 minutes. Oh, okay. Yeah, can we go, Ombre pallide, lo samudite, d'intorno errate. You're doing something, intorno, this kind of, you feel how, ombre pallide, samudite, intorno errate, it's like churning in here. It's not just out there. There's something alchemically shifting in you as well. So feel it more internal in this middle section. So you've gone out, ombre pallide, but like, it's here too, and you feel it in your veins. Okay? So from like 25, one measure, Yeah. Boom. Yeah. So that big sorde is also, you can use that as well. Do you feel how you're starting to find now different texture, different color? Play with it. And each time it can be different. Each time it can be different. There's nothing happening in the orchestra underneath you. I also want to give a shout out to your cadenza in the B section. It was awesome. It was thrilling, and it's like you goes way up there and then you plunge down. Yeah, but make sure that whatever happens in that cadenza, there's a change that comes back in the da capo. You have to decide what knowledge you have gained in that middle section, and then how that makes you feel.
Right.
That's really important. It's such a, I can imagine you in the whole role. This, to get sort of to that next level, you just need to not try so hard. You know, don't put it out there so much. Just trust that searching, that what is going on. And the more suspended, the more you trust that, we get more Alcina on the edge, on the brink. This is kind of a mad aria. She goes a little bit mad in it, I think. Well, yeah. So let that, and sometimes madness is not this, it's a little bit more like, it's that. You know, it's like you go, not that I identify with it, but you know, that can sometimes be more powerful than putting it out and showing it, right? But just this like, I don't understand. You're supposed to hear me. Where are you? It's frightening, you know? So you have so many colors to play, and each time you do it, it can be different. But you have to make some choices in real time. And just don't have it all be there, and don't have all the knowledge at the start.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you'll sit on, you'll find something amazing. It's beautiful! It's really, great. You're welcome. Yeah, it should be. And it should be. Yeah. Yes, amazing! Yeah, everybody come out. I mean, no. So many different styles, yeah. It's gorgeous. We did a lot tonight. Take another bow. Take another bow. No, you. Do we do Q&A? Do we do questions? Am I right, or are we done? Sorry? I had till 9:30. I mean, we can, if anybody has any questions, I'm happy, or otherwise, adios, amigos. Anybody, any questions, students, any in particular? Yeah. You are welcome to stay, or you can take a seat, but I thought we were doing questions, so I'm happy to do that. Yes?
This is so fantastic for the characters. You absolutely have such insight into how the music can express itself.
Just one second.
What would you tell an instrumentalist without knowing the character, but simply wanting to kind of meet
What would I tell an instrumentalist? The same thing. I mean, pick a concerto, pick a symphony, pick a Bach partita. You know, there's always a story. I think there's always a story. It's happy, it's sad. There's stretch, there's drama, there's a wave, there's a storm, there's peace, there's joy. It's just endless what can be evoked in the music. Depends on the instrument too. You can ask a piano to do is very different than a cello or an oboe. But they've got to, again, I think a violin solo can play the harmony as well as the melody. I think you can play with rhythm. I think you can play with exactly what a dotted note is in any context for a particular flavor. I think it's exactly the same. We're really lucky as singers, we have words, we have text. But I think it's the same thing. Hello!
If you could go back and give advice to your undergraduate self, what is like the biggest piece of advice you would want to give?
Protect your joy. Protect your love of the music. And when it gets really hard, remember it's not about you, that you're a servant. And choose your gowns carefully. Yeah. You know, I mean, you guys are in this. It's hard. Sometimes it's really hard. As musicians, of course, but singers in particular, because this is our instrument. And the job of the people you hire, like your voice teacher, your coach, your professors, you've hired them. You're not beholden to them. They work for you. They're your advisors. They're your resource. And you need to take autonomy to get from them what you want, okay? They have a lot more knowledge than you, but you will be, nobody will care about your trajectory, your career as much as you do, nor should they. It's your job. But the difficult moments, if you're not disciplined, and if you let them run away with you, they will destroy your joy, and you'll forget why you love to sing. And that's your job to protect that and nurture it. And nurture it in your colleagues, too. It's really important. Because at the end of the day, it's great that we get to be in music and live it and perform it, but our job is to give that experience to the audience. And if we haven't done our work to keep the joy and the love and the generosity of sharing that, they're not going to get it. Yeah. So be good, be kind to yourself, protect your joy, choose your gowns carefully. Somebody else had a question? Yeah, hi.
You're really assertive, and that can come with a lot of negativity directed towards just one in general. Have you dealt with that? How have you dealt with that?
Oh, that's such a good question. She says, I'm very assertive. I used to not be. I'm from Kansas. Like, Kansas? Where? Where are you from?
Kansas City,
Which part?
Blacksburg, Missouri.
Okay. Prairie Village.
Overland Park.
Yeah! 71st and Mission. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I digress. I was taught to say everything's fine. I'm good, I'm fine. To really not be assertive. And in particular, because I was a very slow starter and I didn't have a lot of success early on, I still feel like I'm still trying to prove myself or something. There's a tendency for that. I've worked on it, but it can creep up every once in a while still. I think when it started to shift for me and I started to have more confidence and feel free to be more assertive, it came from knowing that I was doing the work. So if I had a very strong opinion about the way I was singing a phrase, it's because I really worked at it and I studied it. And I knew what I wanted to do through the text, through everything. One of my early conductors, Chris Larkin, we did Little Women together back in 1947. He gave us great advice in the studio, and he said, you guys as singers show up and know the score better than the conductor. And when you do that, you have authority. You know it. It's not just bravado. It's based in something. I have an opinion about this. But let's talk about it. Let's find the best thing for this production, this music. I've become more assertive because I've gained more experience. I know what I do well. I know what I don't do well. And I want to present my best self on the stage, and so I'll defend that. 80% of the time it works great. 20% of the time there can be issues. And what I have learned is I have the absolute right to present my opinion in a professional way, in a way that doesn't hijack the whole process, because that's important. There's a whole machinery at work. It's not just about me. And almost without exception, I'm able to get in there. And if somebody's threatened or whatever, that's kind of not, as long as I'm doing it professionally, kindly, clearly, and not hijacking the whole situation, I'm okay if they don't like it. It's kind of, I can't do anything about that because my priority is I want this to work. you know? I can also now, I can spot it. I'm like, oh, okay, I know what that is. So, oh, you're so great. Thank you. Yeah, it's a great idea. And you can dance around the ego. Okay. It's a little tiring, but it's easier sometimes. But it's a good question. Yeah. Hello.
You just mentioned that you find a lot of success early on. I was wondering if you could describe that, give any advice for those of us that are facing, that young artist stage, early 20s is scary. Any advice that you ever?
Steve, would you like to talk on that? I joined the Houston Grand Opera Studio when I was 26, barely. The only reason I got in was because somebody else decided not to come back. I was told by the person who ran the opera company at the time, not much talent. You're a great communicator. The voice may not be much, but you're a great communicator. And I got into his opera company, and I was like, okay. I was very excited. I really struggled in my conservatory days. I wasn't singing particularly well, but I was adamant, I was determined. I had a good sense of the theater. I was a really hard worker, so there were a lot of things in my favor, but the voice and the technique was failing me. And I ended up in the studio of Steve Smith. Had no offense, but I had no idea who he was. He was the voice teacher I was assigned as the studio. And he started vocalizing me at 26 as a lyric mezzo. It's not like I was a baby Wagnerian or something. A lyric mezzo, so people were passing me by already. And he vocalized me a few minutes, and he said, Joyce, he said, you don't really have a future because you're singing on youth and muscle, and it's gonna last a few more years, and that'll be it. And I was 26, and I went, I think you might be right. And I 100% gave myself over to the 3-year process of sorting out my technique. The first year, he didn't let me use all the muscle memory, all the muscle, the tongue, the jaw, all of that. And at the end of that first year, it's my favorite story to tell, I was letting go, cracking my way through most of it, and thank goodness I wasn't cast in anything because I couldn't have really performed it. I was starting to gain some prowess. The end of that first season, so 9 months in, we had to do a thank you gala to the lovely sponsors who was paying I think it was $16,000 a year salary, or maybe it was $17,000. And I sang Non più mesta in front of the lovely sponsors who'd written big checks to the Houston Grand Opera, and I cracked all 3 of the high B's. Every single one, cracked them. So I'm 27 now at the time, right? And Miss Rossini, right? And Steve Smith came up to me. I was in tears, and he hugged me. He said, I'm so proud of you because you're still letting go, which is what you need to do. And it was frightening. The next year, we started adding more breath, and it took a 3rd year for me to start trusting it. But because I did that technical work, day in, day out, cracking my way through it at a pretty high pressure situation, when I left at 29, I was ready. And so when the debuts started coming at 31, 32, I was ready. I was solid. So put your ego aside. Decide what you want. If you want a career in opera, it is a long haul. And you're in a world today where you think it's about the social media presence and getting out there fast and getting it right. You guys are so advanced technically and all of that. Become an artist with a totally bankable technique. Because the opera world is about the highest human condition. love, death, jealousy, despair. And you have to do deep work to present something that's worthy of the masterpieces of Mozart and Strauss and Handel. It's a lot of work. And there's not a lot of time to feel sorry for yourself. Every bit of advice that comes to you, you need to work on this, you need to work on that, great. I'll get it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And be patient with yourself and be impatient with yourself in your languages and all this kind of stuff. It's like you've got to be a huge engine for this mammoth undertaking. And trust yourself. But know that it's really about the work and conquering. And it's okay. I mean, one of the things I heard early on, and I think it's kind of true in the opera business, maybe not quite so true today, but if you really want the big career, you're sort of either famous before you're 30 or after you're 30, but not necessarily both. Take a look at some of the big careers. Slow and steady is kind of, I don't think you can go wrong. And this will only go as fast as it will go. So take your time. You can do so much work while this is getting sorted out on languages, on music, on history, on acting, on movement, on how to figure out how to use your body in a really effective way. Yeah. Did I answer your question? Sorry, I went on a whole tangent. Okay, yeah, cool. Good luck to you guys. Good luck. Thank you, guys. Oh, can I say one more thing? Can I just say, I'm super impressed at the level of support in here. Like, off the charts, how you're supporting for each other and cheering each other. That is golden, and that's everything. And I salute you. I applaud you. Standing ovation. And thank you, guys. Be safe. Go home. Happy New Year.